by somebody that I don't know. It mostly happens when I'm traveling and I sit next to somebody. And then really it's up to the person. It's up to the other person because sometimes they don't want to talk. So mostly I make a remark on the weather or how they are feeling or where they are traveling to. And depending on how they react, I start a conversation. And if they don't want to, then I don't want to. And if they do, then sometimes you get very nice interactions between persons.
Fascinating how friendly people can be, just if you approach them in a kind way. Even on the bus, I've had really amazing conversations with complete strangers that I probably will never see again in my life. Randomly talking to the person next to you can sometimes turn to be a very enlightening experience. Or they'll stare at you and look at you like you're crazy, and then you just put back on your headphones and look out the window. Both can happen. A lot of people are scared to step outside their bubble, so oftentimes I have to be the first one to talk. It sometimes leads to a friendship, and you never know where it will lead just by introducing yourself to someone.
I think that unfortunately, or fortunately, 90% of the people, if you ask the right questions, they always want to talk about themselves. Because that's the person they are most interested in. So if you ask some interesting questions about what do you do, what are your hobbies, then they always answer. And then sometimes they're also a little bit interested in you and they ask things back. But a lot of times when you start a conversation with someone, they don't care about what you think. They're only interested in themselves. And then conversations, they die down quickly because it has to be, as you say, it has to be an interaction. If people only want to tell things about themselves, then after 10 minutes I think, okay, thank you, bye-bye, I'm going to read my book now. I think the most important thing for me is to see the person. I think a lot of communication is not in the words they use, but in their expression, their facial expression, the way they move their hands, and I think with smartphones, a lot of that interaction gets lost. And I miss that. And I hate it when you are with a couple of people together and in a conversation that they keep looking at their smartphone. And then that they can't, it seems like people find it more difficult to concentrate on one or more persons. They think they are missing something if they can't continuously look at that stupid screen.
Conversations are interrupted for the fact-checking. Conversations are started about interesting facts, stumbled on using that technology. There are ongoing discussions happening in the virtual world, and there is almost everybody out there waiting to be pinged by somebody else for a different reason. And this gets competitive. We humans have limited span of attention, and competing for that attention becomes harder and harder. A teacher has to be more interesting than the internet. A friend has to be more interesting than any other person that exists out there. You know, and the conversation has to be as informative as the collection of all the news out there. The moment has to be more engaging than any other moment out there in the world. And this is not easy. Mobile technology brought competition to an individual with the excitement in the whole wide world when trying to talk to somebody. It's nobody to blame, the least mobile technology. It does extend capabilities of our brains and power of our minds beyond imaginable. And although it brings interruptions, it can also bring a lot of quality in a discussion. As a consequence, we are becoming less pathetic if empathy can mean, spending more time with someone, which I don't agree with that. And more goal-oriented, but this is not because we are becoming worse people, but because our instincts are surfacing. Efficiency is a key to survival. I believe we are interacting with higher number of people and more variety of people more intensely for more complex problems through mobile technology, which raises our awareness of the true state in the world and make us feel more part of it. Now, if you ask me, it actually brings a sense of belonging anywhere you go. That's essential. That's contributing to true empathy as key attribute to human interaction. So, in summary, we learn how to be smart about mobile technology and polite to others at the same time. I mean, it's human nature to discard over time a faulty application of an otherwise very, very useful tool.